Hey, what's up? It's Red Planet P coming to you again, live and direct. And this is the deal. This is the deal. Um, this is the deal. We are live. I am talking about the Cheesecake Factory situation, man. The cheesecake scandal. Oh my. Oh my. Or what do we do? She says, I am too good for the Cheesecake Factory. What do we do? We have a situation. We have a situation. This is my question to y'all. Do you feel like the Cheesecake Factory is not good enough? Do you feel like the Cheesecake Factory is not good enough? Pop in the room. I want you to give me your opinion, but I also feel like this. I don't think she was a bad looking female, man. I think she was cool. Um, I just don't get nowadays that everybody's too good for so much these days. Everybody is special. Everybody is a dime piece. Everybody is a 10, a 15, you know. What I don't get about this whole situation is you agreed to go on this date with this guy. You got yourself dolled up. You're in the car with this guy. And then you live stream to the internet about this guy. Basically trying to play this guy. Basically trying to play this guy. Why would you go that far? What would you do that for? What would you do that for? What would you do that for? Why would you do that? The Cheesecake Factory. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Let me know what you feeling in this. Let me know how you feeling in the chat. Are you hearing me in the back? What we gonna do about this? This is modern day dating. This is what the women in modern day dating. This is what they believe in. This is what they want, man. I don't think it's going too good. I don't think it's working out. I think they're getting exactly what they want, man. Do you feel me? Do you think that that situation was uncalled for? Do you think that she was right for live streaming the guy? Put him on live stream. Do you think that was cool? Do you think that was cool? Was it cool to live stream her date? Do you think it was cool for her to live stream her date? Asking you, do you think that was a cool thing to do? I don't think it was. I think it was a bunch of BS. I don't think she necessarily is a bad person, but I think she shouldn't have did it in that way. She could have did it in another way. She could have pulled him to the side and say, "Hey, Jay, I'm not really feeling the Cheesecake Factory. Can we go somewhere else?" Why does she feel the need to embarrass the gentleman like that? Why does she feel the need to do that to him? I don't understand why she had to put it on live stream. Because in my opinion, if the Cheesecake Factory isn't good enough for you, that could have been discussed privately. She violated his privacy, his anonymity to be anonymous. I don't understand why she felt the need to put him on blast. She put him on blast. Put him on blast. I'm too good for the Cheesecake Factory. It's not fancy enough for a chick like her. What is good enough for you? Where should she have gone with the guy? Roof Crest Steakhouse, Papa Do's, Morton Steakhouse. Where should she have gone? Is anything good enough for a chick like that? Did she even want to really even be on a date with the guy? Was she serious about dating this guy? Or was it just cap? Was it cap or no? Was it cap or no? Why does she go on a date if she knows she didn't want to go to a place like that? How much are you required to spend on a first date? You're just getting to know somebody. You're supposed to spend $200 or $300 on a stranger. 3 to 4. Roof Crest Steakhouse is expensive. You know, Roof Crest Steakhouse can be about 200 or 300 something dollars. That's without alcohol. Even Red Lobster, you talking about eight, eight, uh, 80 to 90 to 100, depending on if you have alcohol for two people and plus alcohol, you're really gonna come out of pocket. I've never been one to really like to drink on a date. I always like to drink at the turn up, either at a party or a strip club or something like that. But I never got the thing about drinking alcohol at a good restaurant. It's just never been my thing. I'm not that kind of a drinker. We all are different, I guess. Some people like to drink at restaurants while they eat their dinner. I never cared for that. I like to drink when I'm at the strip club or I'm at a party or we got some ladies dancing at the house or something. Or if that was the case, I don't do that too much. But if that was the case, then I would drink and maybe smoke a black or something. But this is the thing: how much is too much to spend on a first date? That's the first question. Is $300 too much? 200 is $200 too much? How much is too much? How much is too much? Do you feel like the Cheesecake Factory lady is worth that amount of money to take out? To me, she's not a bad looking woman. A lot of people criticize the young lady. Um, I mean, do you think that she was asking for too much? I personally think in today's age, men and women, there are a lot of women that take advantage of guys. There's a lot of women that try to use guys and take advantage of them. So I think that, in today's age, there's nothing wrong with a coffee date just to get to know somebody. If you're genuinely interested in somebody, you should be able to go on a coffee date. You should be able to get together even at Panera Bread and maybe have a sandwich or something in Panera Bread or um, a few other salad places, and, you know, maybe even a Mission Barbecue or some other places like that. I don't see why you can, go to one of those places and get to know somebody over a meal like that, or go to a little cafe and grab a little something, or just like I said, a coffee date, a Starbucks, something like that, something to that effect. I don't see why that would be such a bad idea unless you're out to use somebody. I think women today need to, understand that, you know, when you treat people bad, a lot of times it comes back to you. There's such a thing as karma, and karma can come back in ways that you would not even expect. Um, you know, how much is too much to spend on a first date? Um, I don't think that you should really even really spend that much on a first date. You get to know somebody. I mean, to me, expensive dates are for a long-term girlfriend, a wife, um, stuff like that. To me, that's who you take out on a to a major restaurant. Is somebody you've been dating for a long time, or someone you've been with for a long time, a girlfriend, a wife. I don't even see like you know taking someone that you just barely know to a expensive seafood restaurant or a very expensive restaurant. You know, at least this might not sound popular, but at least if it's somebody that you're intimate with, you know, y'all are friends with benefits or something, and if you want to spend on that person, but just a person that you have no dealings with physically or otherwise. This is a complete stranger. You don't know this person from nothing, and you're just gonna drop down and spend about 250, 300, or 350 on a person that you don't know. I don't think that makes any damn sense, in my personal opinion. That's crazy. What about you? Do you think that's crazy? What do you think? That is that is just freaking insane. That's insane. I don't believe in that, man. I don't believe in getting used. That's what I would ask you. Do you think she was out of line in live streaming the fella on his date? Why did she try to live stream? Why did she live stream this? Why was that necessary? Was it necessary? I mean, and I don't mean that makes her a bad person. I think that was just a poor judgment. I think she made a bad choice. She's a very cute woman, but I think that was a bad choice in live streaming a gentleman. I don't see why that was necessary. I mean, why would you try to embarrass this guy? Seemed like a nice guy. He wants to take her out on a date. You're thinking enough of her to take her to a restaurant, a sit down restaurant, and you look down on the restaurant. Why is that such a bad thing for him to take you to Cheesecake Factory? There are a lot worse places and a lot worse treatment that a lot of women get. And I'm not saying that women or black women should accept anything. I'm not saying when Tyler Perry said the thing about the light bill, I was like, oh yeah, they gonna be mad about that one. I mean, I'm not saying women should accept a guy that can only pay a light bill or can do the bare minimum. That depends on who you decide to deal with. I mean, a lot of you women have sex and have kids with guys that offer a lot less. So I mean, so for the ones that have children with pookies and bums and all that, I mean, I would say, well, what do you expect? Why do you expect the next guy to treat you like a princess while you already giving the goodies away for the bare minimum? Especially for the situations where a gentleman or a guy doesn't even think enough of you and your kids to stay in you and your kids' life. You know, the baby mamaism is the story in the community, but that's a whole nother video. And what I'm saying is this: why is it that people, women, feel that a stranger is supposed to spend their hard-earned money on a dinner on a person that you don't know how this is gonna go? You don't know if she likes you. You don't know if she just said yes because no one else has asked her. You don't know if no one is interested in her. I mean, if she said yes because no one else is interested in her, she's just saying yes because she doesn't have any other options. You're just an option because she doesn't have any options, and she's not interested in you. She wants a free dinner, a free meal on your dime, and after that date, it could be a situation where you'll never hear from her again. A foodie call. What is it? Foodie call. There are a lot of stories where women put guys inside of their contacts. Their contacts in their phone has the guy listed as food, meal. And nowadays guys are hip to they call it dinner whoring. They're getting hip to the foodie calls and the dinner whoring stuff. They're understanding that women do this as a scam. And I would say this to you, a lot of women: when you say the dating pool has piss in it and The dating pool was horrible. My dear, you did this yourself. You've destroyed the dating pool. Why are guys gonna line up to get used? If you ask yourself that question, if someone was just trying to use you for your sex, they didn't want nothing else. They didn't want to even be friends with you. They didn't want anything out of you except for just to get in between your legs. What do you think you would feel about it? How would you look at it? Hmm? How would you feel? How would you feel if you was in someone's phone as food? How would you feel if you was only worth a foodie call to a person? How would that make you feel? Did you feel good about yourself? We protect females' feelings, we protect women's feelings, but no one gives a damn about a man. No one cares about a man's feelings. And women have themselves to blame for the current system, the current situation in the dating pool. Because men have wised up to a lot of these games, the scams and the games they've wised up to, and a lot of men just aren't with it anymore. They aren't like, hey, I'm just gonna waste my money on this chick because she has a nice backside, has a nice chest, a nice flat stomach, and nice this and that and the third. Men have wised up to what's going on, and it's gonna get harder out here. It's gonna get harder. It's not gonna be easy. Those scams of before are over. It's over. No one likes to get used. No one likes to get played with, toyed with, disrespected. No one likes that stuff, man. How would you feel if someone did that to you? You know, I, I've learned that sometimes the biggest bullies are women. Sometimes they're the biggest bullies, man. I mean, I don't think the woman Alicia. I don't think she seems like she's a bad chick and all, but that was a bullying act, man. You gonna just live stream the guy while you're supposed to be going on a date? That's crazy. Why would you do that? I mean, I don't understand what was the purpose of actually live streaming that. I don't think you should call a woman name and she doesn't look this way and that way, all this other nonsense. I don't think you should go that far. But what was the point of live streaming him while he was on a date? The man looked surprised. He didn't even expect that he was being live streamed. He did that without his consent. And then what I noticed in the world, everything is a problem if it's done to a female. If it's done to a male, it's a okay. It's all right. So what I noticed, if you were to film a woman without her consent, she would have the FBI, the ATF, the CIA, the local and state police, the local sheriff's department. She would have them swarm down on your ass because this guy is making her feel uncomfortable and he's live streaming her. There was a story recently of a guy, I don't know if he was in the UK, they got on his ass about just talking to women about relationships. And they said he was harassing people. Just imagine if you're going on a date with a girl and you do like she did in reverse and say, hey, this is what she's wearing to this date. Look at this girl. Look what she got on. Look at this. Look what she's wearing. Man, look at that makeup job, bro. Look at her. I'm worth more than that, man. I'm worth wait. Look at it. Look at it. I'm filming it, man. Look at it. I'm worth more than that, bro. What the hell? I was gonna take her to the Cheesecake Factory. This girl ain't the Cheesecake Factory. This girl ain't worth Pookie's sideline chicken. She ain't worth nothing, bro. Look at her. The first thing the chick be like, "What the hell are you saying? Why are you filming me? Why are you filming me?" Just like the guy who was such a nice guy, he didn't say, why the hell are you filming me? He was like, you're filming me? Kind of surprised and shocked. And it begs the reason how there's a double standard with men and women. Now we can't do what women do and women can't do what men do. We shouldn't be seeking that. But we should seek our roles and we should be respectable to each other. I think we should try to respect each other. We should respect each other. And that's what I'm talking about. There's no more respect. That's why you see so much in the dating pool. The dating pool lacks respect. Women don't respect men. It's not the 1950s, it's not the 1960s. But women want men to be traditional while they get to be a city girl, while they get to dance around, shake their booty, sell their box, show their box and sell their box on Instagram, sell their box on OnlyFans, twerk in a restaurant, twerk on the side of the road. And what do you get as a man? You're expected to be traditional for someone that's not traditional, for someone that only believes in being traditional when it benefits them. That's what you get. Not all women are like this. Not all women. But unfortunately, it's so many women that are like this that it seems to be the majority of women. Why should I be traditional? Why should I be traditional? Why should I be traditional? Tell me that. The guy in that video, what's the aftermath? What's the aftermath for a guy like him? Yeah, he didn't take it as being really embarrassed. But I mean, when you go into a situation like that, you have someone act that way towards you, you're kind of like, well, damn, I was actually trying to really like this chick. And you get to a point, you're like, well, this is what's out here is nothing but games. The gentleman tried to be a gentleman, opening the door and all that. And I kind of knew that might be an issue because it seems like a lot of these women they want Pookie, they want a bad guy, They want a bad guy. They want a bad guy. A lot of these women, they don't even want a guy that takes them to any restaurant. They're not going to say this. They want a bad guy that's going to smoke with them, drink with them, and give them a piece of that eggplant, if you get my drift. A lot of them, they don't want a good guy. They want a bad guy. They want somebody that's going to treat them badly, poorly. That's what gets them excited, for lack of a better word. That's what gets they crank going. That's what gets them where they want to be at. Is a bad guy that treats them like crap. You don't have to listen to me. When you look at Kendra G and you look at the women on Kendra G, I would say a majority of the women, a majority, their story is about the same. You could throw a rock and hit if it was a city, you could throw a rock and hit them and get a person with the same story, a woman with the same exact story. Stories like this. Hey Kendra, I have 3 kids. I have 4 kids. I have 5 kids. I have 6 kids. Same father. Sometimes same father. A lot of times not same father. He was abusive and he wouldn't support me. He wouldn't help. Sometimes Kendra says, "Hey, why did you have 3 babies, 4 babies, 5 babies for this guy?" And he was abusive and he wouldn't help you. And they don't really have an answer. They're not looking for a guy that's going to take them to the Cheesecake Factory or any place. They're looking for a bad boy that'll treat them like crap. They're looking for a player to treat them like crap. They don't want a good guy. That's quite apparent. And there's nothing wrong with that if that's what they want. But, when you make kids with Pookie or these bad guys, don't complain about it. You made your bed. You made your bed, sit in it. You made your bed, sit in it. Sit in it. There's no reason. There's no reason for you to do that. I don't understand why. I don't understand why they do that. Why do they do that? You don't have to like a good guy. You get like a bad guy. But be real. If you want to be treated badly, go for the gusto. Pick a Pookie instead of wasting everybody's time. We know what the deal is. We know what's popular, and that's cool. We know what's popular. We know what's going on out here. We understand that certain looks, certain attitudes fly. Certain communities, certain women like certain guys. If that was a gangster, she wouldn't have popped none of that stuff with him. The guy was a very unassuming guy. He probably was a chill guy. He was opening doors for her. That probably made her get dry. She didn't like that at all. She wants a bad boy. She wants a bad guy. And the bad guy don't have to take it into no restaurant. Bad guy take her to the back of his hand. Bad guy could take her to, you know, somewhere, and they can do what they need to do. You know that these women are going for a certain type, man. And the fact of the matter is, the restaurant wasn't even really the deal. I don't even know if she really wanted to talk to that guy. I don't know anybody that's serious about somebody and they gonna live stream them. I don't know anybody that would do that and they have legitimate expectations. They want a real outcome, a real relationship, and they are pressing about a restaurant on the first date. You better take yourself in there and get you some Alfredo or a sandwich or whatever they got in there, man. You know, these women are a trip, man. You know, these women are a trip. The world is not enough, man. The world is not enough. The world is not enough. They could have served her oysters on gold silverware, and crab cakes, lobsters with caviar on the side. Still would never be enough for a lot of these women. They had that other story where the girl had 48 oysters and slurping them down like somebody at SeaWorld, man. Like slurping them down like somebody at SeaWorld, like a dolphin at SeaWorld or something, nigga. What's going on? Why does everything have to be about beating the person? Why can't you just be a decent human being? Why does it have to be? Why does it seem like a lot of these sisters are villains, man? Why why can't why couldn't they just go on a date, eat some free food, and enjoy themselves? You know what I mean? Why do they have to be so exploitative? Why does dating in Black America have to be exploitative? Why does it have to be about taking something from somebody, getting over on somebody, disrespecting somebody? Why is it about that? Why in the black community with women, with sisters, with the sisterhood? Why is it about exploiting somebody? Why is it always about getting over? Why can't it be, you know what? Let's go out, let's hang out, let's have a good time. You know, it's unfortunate that we're devolving as a community. You know, it seems that everybody has an agenda these days. Everybody has a game. Everybody has a scam. Everybody is working an angle. They're working some kind of angle, some kind of hustle, some kind of trick bag, some kind of trick bag. And these women are at the forefront, man. It's really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. it's really unfortunate that that people have an agenda. You know, I don't understand. I don't understand why there has to be an agenda. I don't get why there's an agenda. I don't get that. You know, nowadays we're always at odds, and we're trying to work together, but it seems like there's a psyop working with our women. Like it's something that's gotten into their heads. We can't really understand what's going on with them. Why is it that these women feel that the world should give them everything and they give nothing? Why do they feel like they are God's gift to man? Why do you have so many women that expect the world from you and don't want to give anything in return? I don't get the mentality of these women. I don't understand why is it that they look at the world in such a way. I don't get it. I don't know if there's a gender war or not, but I know that we're seeing more and more of these events pop up on the internet. More women like basically playing guys, man, just disrespecting dudes. I just don't get the point of all of it. Why can't you try to come together? Why can't we come together, you know, instead of like going apart? I don't get why it has to be a pissing match. I don't understand why women in today's generation expect men to be traditional, but they can be city girls. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Today in today's world, women are seeking a come up. That's what it seems like. It seems like they don't value men. We have no value except for our wallets. And it's probably getting so bad that these women probably have men sectioned off. One man is good for the eggplant. One man is good for his wallet. One man is good to do some kind of function for, like you may have a connection where he could do something for. But a lot of these women don't see the value in men. They don't see the value in having a husband. They want to be married, but they don't want to be a wife. They want the benefits of marriage without any of the responsibilities. That isn't how it's supposed to be. That's why you see so many people divorced. So a lot of women they want the title of wife, but they don't want the responsibility of wife. They don't want to be responsible. They don't want to do the functions of being a wife. They just want a ride, a free ride at that. They just looking for help. And that's all men are to a lot of these women. A lot of these women look at men only as help. Put it in the chat. Only as help. Only as help. A lot of them are monsters. They're monsters. They don't want to do the right thing. They want to do the wrong thing. They want to chase the bag instead of chasing love. Does love even exist anymore? Are women actually capable of love? The women are the biggest pimps. They're the biggest pimps. Men ain't got nothing on these bras, man. Stealing, cheating, lying. That's what a lot of them do. Not all, not all, not all, but a lot of them. They steal, they cheat, they lie, they are deceptive, they are full of games, they are full of drama, they are full of BS, they're into scamming, they're into lying, they got big heads, they're disrespectful, they got big egos, they're very stuck up. They don't have much to be stuck up about, but still stuck up. They're very shallow. They're very disrespectful. They're very mean. Have bad attitudes. And that's what you get. That's your prize. Right there, have at it. She gets to talk crazy to me. Every now and again, I get some box. Don't seem fair to me. Don't seem right. How many times are we going to say, hey, man, why did she do that? Why did she do that? If we don't work together, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't see the gender war ending anytime soon. I don't see the gender war ending anytime soon. And the reason I say this is because it's not getting much better. Kevin Samuels did the best that he could. Kevin Samuels was trying to get women and men on the same page. Kevin Samuels said that if you don't change, you're going to die alone. You are going to have to get a cat and die alone. And women have not heeded the message. Women continue to listen to these guys that lie to them, you know, because the guys are eye candy. The thing of it like this is, a good parent is the parent that tells you the truth. A good friend is the friend that tells you the truth. Kevin Samuels told y'all the truth. and you condemned him for it. You put him down for it. You talked about him in his death. You danced on his grave because he told you the truth. You'd have to change. You have to change. Our community is falling. Our neighborhoods is falling. If you don't change, we're in a whole heap of mess. Kevin Samuels warned you that winter is coming. A ice age is coming. A blizzard is coming. Shout out to Uncle D, Dennis Sperling. What are you going to do now? What are you going to do? You can make that change. You can be the one. If you want a husband, you got to act like it. Do you want to be a wife? The ball's in your court, ladies. The men are going overseas. Even Kevin Samuels didn't advocate for that. He wanted black men and black women to work it out with each other. Each other. He wanted black men and black women to work it out with each other. And it's not getting better. It's actually getting worse. And this is the thing. This is the thing. When Kevin passed, when Kevin Samuels passed away, there was a void in dating and relationships. And when that happened, men wanted to be with the women. But when the women decided not to be with the men, the passport bros started taking off. And men feel that dating in the West is hopeless. So much so that I'm going to get my passport. I'm going to go overseas. I'm going to find a woman overseas to marry, to have children with, to be my wife. That's what we're going to do now. I am a passport bro. I'm a blue book gentleman. I'm looking for a foreign bride. I'm looking for a wife overseas. Why do you think that men would fly thousands and thousands of miles just to meet a woman? What would make them go that far? What would make them go to such lengths as to fly overseas, over oceans, to meet women? It must be something going on in their home country that makes them say, huh. I have a better shot overseas. I give up. I give up on this local thing. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's find a different way. Let's find a different woman. Let's find love overseas. Because the women here ain't cutting it. They're not cutting it. And when people see situations like the Cheesecake Factory, what do you think that says about black women? What do you think that says about y'all image? It doesn't make you look like a criminal, but it makes you look kind of bad. It makes you look like, y'all are difficult to deal with. That man was extra nice to you, and you played him. You played him out. You made him look like a chump, a sucker, a herb, a clown, a corn. You made him look like a sucker by treating him like that. And he had to scrape the rest of his respect that he had and say, hey, I'll just take you home. Why would people look at that and say, you know what? I want to sign up for that. I want to sign up for that kind of treatment. I want someone to treat me the way she treated him. There's nobody out here that's looking for that kind of treatment. There's no one out here that wants to sign up for that kind of treatment, for that level of disrespect. It reminds me of what's going on with Jada and Will Smith. She's talking all this crazy stuff about him in the public eye. And I think when you look at the Cheesecake Factory girl, that's the kind of girlfriend or wife she would be. She would videotape you and say how much of a loser you are. Maybe not in the beginning if she really likes you, but like after a while, you start to get on her nerves, and she starts to get on your nerves, and she's getting sick of the sex, and she don't really want to screw you no more, and it gets the relationship starts to get old, and then what happens? She gets tired of you, and you're not, that guy to her in her eyes, like she looked at you before, and then she says, you know what? I'm gonna live stream this guy. Look at my boyfriend. Look at this loser. I'm too good for this. I can do better than this. Look at him. He's a loser. He's a bum. Look at the shirt he has on. Look at that shirt. That shirt is horrible. That shirt looks ugly. Look how he dresses. Look at him. He can't even keep it clean. He can't even keep the place straight. Look at how he acts. I should have never had no kids with him. I should never have moved in with him. He's a complete loser. I'm too good for this. I'm way too good for this. I'm way better than this. I'm way better than this. What the hell is going on? Can you tell me why should I settle? Why should I settle for this? Why should I settle and stick with a guy like this? Why should I listen to this guy? Why should I listen to him? Why should I listen to him? He's nobody. Even though he had access to your body for multiple years, or a year, or 6 months. But now he's a bum. Now he's a loser. Now he's a scumbag. This is why a lot of guys are scared of marriage. Marriage is a major risk. And you don't just get as a man, if you marry the wrong person, as a man, you don't just get to walk away from it. You get taxed. They can take everything you got. They can take all your money, all your cars, anything that you have. If you have a kid, you're not gonna get to see your kid apparently. It's doesn't make any sense to get married. It's a real big risk for a man. And you've done it. You women, you've got what you wanted. You got what you wanted. This is what feminism looks like. This is what feminism looks like. A cat mind a cat and died alone. That's what feminism looks like. You did this, ladies. You've made marriage as much as men like females and female companionship. Y'all have done everything to make men not want a woman, to make men not want a long term relationship with a woman. You have done everything in your power to make men not. Some men don't even want to be bothered to even get the box. That's how bad it's getting. It's getting bad. It's getting bad. Um, I don't understand how you don't see what's going on. How you don't see how actively the things that you're doing is causing these issues. No man wants to be a foodie call. No man wants to be a victim of a dinner hole. Why would a man waste his time? Why would he waste his time? Why would a man waste his time? Why would he? This is not. This is not a path to a healthy relationship. What you put out there comes right back to you. What you put out there comes right back to you. Karma is a beast and it's real. So every time that you scam a guy, you rip a guy off, and he's a chump and he's a sucker. He's old. You lie, you lie, you lie, you lie, you lie, you lie. What happens is one day that's gonna come back on you. One day the jig is gonna be up, and it's not like it used to be. Things change, times change. We're in a different era. The men are wised up. The little games that you used to could run, you can't run them games no more. No one's going for that nonsense anymore. It's over. Buy a dog and die alone. That's what Kevin would say. You have to think about what you're doing out here. What about the golden rule? How would you want to be treated? You're creating monsters out here. You're creating savages out here. Who hurt you? It's not right to use men. It's not right to lie, cheat, steal, and it's gonna come back to you in the form of karma. That's why we have to watch how we treat each other, men and women, because it comes back to us in many different forms. Try to do the right thing. I would say I'm a sinner like everybody else, but I would say I try to do the right thing. You need you need to only go out on a date when you are genuinely interested in this guy. If you are not interested in this guy, I feel as though you should not go on a date with him because I feel like using the person is going to come back to you. Women need to straighten up. Women need to straighten up. Y'all need to get your acts together. Y'all need to get yourself together. I don't know why it's so important to put somebody else down. Why is that important? Why do you feel like that's the right thing to do? Why do you feel like downing a person is going to put you up here? Why do you feel like downing a person is going to put you up here? That putting people on camera and they don't know they're on camera, I don't get that. I don't get that. To me, it's disrespectful. It's unnecessary. I don't think you should. I don't think you should do that. I don't think you should go on a date and put someone on the camera. I think it's wrong, men or women. If someone consents to be on video, that's fine. But just to spring it on them, I think that's disrespectful. And I think it's wrong. And I don't think that you should be putting people on camera that have not consented to be on camera. And if it was reversed, if it was a man putting a woman on camera without her consent, they would throw him under the jail. And you know this. You know this. It's not right. It's not right doing that to somebody. But we accept any kind of treatment from men. Men can be lied on, false accusations, false allegations, and nothing happens to these women. Nothing happens when they lie on a man. That is a bunch of BS. That is a bunch of bull. If you lie on somebody to the police, your ass needs to go to jail. Period. Your ass needs to go to prison if you lie on somebody and the story is untrue. If you fabricate a story against a person, your ass needs to go to jail. Period. If you make up a story on a person, your ass needs to go to jail. If you lie on somebody in the workplace and they get fired, your ass needs to get sued. You need to have repercussions for your bad behavior. Period. Period. You should not be able to lie on a man and get away with it. That is over. That needs to be over. They allow so much games and nonsense to go on. They are not fair in how they deal with men in the system. They allow so much effery to go on in the system when it comes to men. I hear that even in the child support system, they report it to the credit bureau, which is un, unfortunate. I don't think that's right. They have made victims out of these men. It's unfortunate and disrespectful what they've done to men. They should not allow this nonsense to continue. They should not allow this nonsense to continue. I have no idea or why they allow this nonsense to continue. Why are they allowing people to play these games? Why are they allowing people, and when I mean people, you know who I mean? I mean women. Why are they allowing women to get away with this nonsense? It makes no sense what they're allowing to get done out here. It makes no sense on why there are no consequences for false allegations, lies that they allow women to get away with. They allow women to get away with these nonsense. And it's time to say no more. It's time to say no more. It's no reason. It's no reason why someone making false allegations should get away scot free. Why will we allow this to happen? Why do we allow so much goofiness, so much craziness to happen when it concerns men? Why is that? Why do we allow so many games to get played on men? Things that we would accept, things that we would accept if a woman does it, we would not accept if a man does it. It's not right. When we need to demand more respect, it's not right. And I think it's a bunch of BS. So it may have been harmless what the girl did at the Cheesecake Factory, but I feel like what she did have a negative consequence. I don't think that is right. I think that is wrong. I think that is wrong. I think we need a way for women to understand. We need a way for women to understand that we won't accept this nonsense anymore. We won't accept their games and their BS. And I don't mean in a violent way. I don't mean in a nasty way. But they must know that we're not standing for that nonsense anymore. They must know that we won't stand for their games and for their BS. Now, the guy Jay from the video, with the Cheesecake Factory video, he did a good thing in leaving, in taking her home. You know, but I think he was too nice. Overall, he was too nice. I don't mean that he should have cussed the girl out enough. I ain't saying all that. But what I'm saying is he shouldn't have put up with the nonsense. Once he saw that she was live streaming him, and he was like, "Hey, you're videotaping me," that's it. That's the sign to get out right there. That's the sign to leave. As soon as you saw that she was videotaping you against your permission, without your consent, it's time to go. It's time to go immediately when she's live streaming you on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram or whatever it is. It's time to go. It's not time to play these games anymore. We have to let them know that we're not for it. We have to let them know we're not playing these games no more. These women out here have played with us long enough. We are not toys to be toyed with. And it's good that he left the situation, but Jay should have left the situation earlier before it got to that point. As soon as he saw that the young lady, Alicia, was videotaping him, he should have left immediately. He should not have entertained that nonsense. He should not have hung around to see. It does not make any sense. If someone is videotaping you like that, they think you're a joke anyway, in most cases. I don't know if she really liked the guy or not. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. I don't understand why she would videotape the man like that. We need to know why that this happened. Why did she live stream him? Why did she do it? That's why I feel like it was a violation. It was a violation. It was a violation. I don't understand why he would go for that. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I don't see why that would happen like that. These women are out of control. They play in so many games. They do so much nonsense. It just doesn't make any sense. It's crazy. It's crazy. We have to take some accountability in what these women do. We have to make them take accountability in what these women do. They have to take accountability. You know, that's what's going on. It's real, man. Back. But you know, man, we're not with it. We're not going with it. We're not going for it no more. We're not going for it no more, man. The games and the lies, we just had enough of it, man. We had enough of it. We not going for it no more, man. These women, they gotta straighten up, man. These women got to straighten up. They gotta get their acts together, man. That's what's going on. They gotta get their acts together. Yeah, man. It's crazy. It's crazy out here, man. These women are tripping. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know how that is. You know, it's time that the jig is up. The jig is up, man. They tripping out here. You know what I mean? You know, why should we keep playing this game if the game's not beneficial? You feel me? If the game is a bunch of nonsense, why play that game? You feel me? Everybody knows that for the most part, these women have one type that they go for. They have one type that they go for. And they're not going to waste their time dealing with another type of guy if it's not what they're looking for. So, I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy out here. I don't really know what can be done. These women out here is tripping, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. We shouldn't even let it go that far. We should stop it in its tracks. You know what I mean? It's not right what's going on. How do we fix it? You know? Can we fix it? Is there a gender war in America? Is there a gender war in Black America? What's going on? I don't know if there is or not, but I would say this: I think we have a lot. We have a lot that needs to get fixed. I can tell you that. I think men and women have a lot that needs to get fixed. I don't understand why sis would live stream the dude. That's just kind of crazy to me. Um, if you say you don't prefer to go to the Cheesecake Factory, I can understand that, but I don't know why you would live stream them, yo. That's just disrespectful. That's unfortunate. I mean, she a cute girl, but that's just unfortunate though, man. I don't get that. I don't get why she did that. That to me, that's unnecessary. I don't see why if you agree to the date and then you decide that you don't really want to participate in the date anymore at a certain restaurant. I don't know why she would live stream them. To me, that just doesn't make any sense. You're exploiting his privacy. You put your own business out there. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that's a good thing, man. I don't think everything is meant for the internet. I don't think everything is meant to be live streamed. I don't think everything is meant to go viral. I think you keep some moments to yourself and you respect people's boundaries and you respect people's privacy, you know. You should only, videotape, I believe you should only videotape people with their consent. I don't think you should be out here videotaping people without their consent. I don't think that's the right way to do it. I think you should try to do the best to at least respect people with a basic respect. I'm gonna put that in the chat. Basic respect. I think you should give someone at least basic respect. I don't think that you should not give them the basic respect that they deserve. I don't think that's right. I think you should be working together. I think we should be trying to work together, trying to come to some kind of consensus, trying to come to some kind of way that we can work together. Um, the future is in our hands. We have to be smart and wise about how we go about it. And I think we need each other, but if we aren't going to work together, then we need to not need each other. If that makes any sense, we need to stay away from each other if we can't work together. If we don't work together and we against each other, then we have to do something else. We have to think about what makes sense. Does it make sense to live stream somebody because they took you to the Cheesecake Factory? I don't think it does. I think that's not the right way. I don't think that's the right way to handle that situation. I don't think we should look at it that way. I think we should be striving to do a little better than that. as men and women, I think we should be striving better to do better than that. I don't know why we can't bring this thing together like we used to. Are we done as a marriage society, as a traditional relationship society? Is that over with? Maybe those days are over with completely. So I don't know. But I know that women have to be a little more realistic. Women have to be a little bit more realistic and think about what they do and why they do them and all that. We have to think about all those things, men and women. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, I guess I talked about this much as I could talk about it. So I'm about to call it a night. Y'all be safe. Look out for each other. I'm about to call it a day. Remember, fellas, as I always say, it's a stick up. Peace. I'm out.